Over to the Big 12 and ACC again. After just talking about Georgia Tech and Colorado, TCU plays North Carolina. We get to watch Josh Hoover play football again. I mean, just gunslinger, guy that's going to be pushing the ball down the field. You don't have the receivers that you did last year. No Jack Beck, no Savion Williams. But Eric McAllister might be really good. Came from Boise State just the year before. Maybe didn't crack that upper threshold, that top group of wide receivers, but that's a guy that's from that area. He's going to pop for sure. Kavorian Barnes comes over for UTSA. Didn't have the best season last year. Will be interesting to see what kind of situation they got going at running back as the season goes along. But yeah, I'm not necessarily super impressed with the rest of this team. You've got some pieces on the defense side of the ball, guys that you like. Andy Avalos now in his this will be his second year coaching the defense. We'll see after moving to him from a year ago, if that ends up being the right move, I think he's a good defensive coordinator, but we'll see what kind of improvements that they're going to have to make here. And they will probably with North Carolina coming in here as 3.5-point underdogs. Bill Belichick is now the head coach of North Carolina, which is nuts. And I think this is a team that's got some serious talent. I think players in the transfer portal legitimately came because they wanted to play for Bill Belichick, which was a little bit skeptical about this hire at first. But this is going to be a definite wait and see for me because this is not an easy week one matchup for TCU, not an easy week one matchup for UNC. I would say that UNC, if they win this game, they set themselves up pretty decently with the rest of their schedule. You pull Cal, Virginia, Wake Forest, and Stanford on your ACC schedule. You want to talk about not necessarily dark horse to win the whole thing, but a dark horse to make the ACC championship. Just saying, it's an interesting conversation to have right there. How are we feeling about this game, CD?
Yeah, I think you have to start with the coaching staffs here. Obviously, Bill Belichick's the headliner. And you know me, I love a good storyline in college football. I think that's what makes college football so freaking awesome. Doesn't it feel a little bit like when Deion was coming back or came to Colorado, and here we are, TCU again on the road? I don't think that's going to happen again. Obviously, the spread is much, much shorter in this one. And Deion is a much different character than what Bill Belichick is, but also equal in name and popularity. And this will be a Monday night. It'll be a massive spot. Good for ESPN for getting this on there. I'm sure their ratings do fantastic. But not only Bill Belichick, you got Freddie Kitchens, right? You got Steve Belichick, right? You got a couple, Matt Lombardi, or the Lombardi is there, right? You've got a bunch of NFL guys. How are you going to be adjusting to your to college? Now, Freddie Kitchens has been there for a little bit, so he's kind of used to that, which is nice. On the other side, Sonny Dykes, this is a big year for him. I don't think that's crazy to say that. Not that he's on the hot seat at all, but this is a big year for him because it feels like a long time since they were in the college football playoffs. This would be a massive start for you. You also, like you said, Andy Avalos coming back, Kendall Briles, and doing his thing at the offensive coordinator spot, getting more comfortable with Josh Hoover. And then I got to throw out Malcolm Kelly, the Malcolm Kelly from the Oklahoma rap video. It's just awesome. So anyway, what a great coaching staff here. Let's get to the players and talk about them. Yeah, for TCU, I'm looking now up and down this roster. I see a lot of guys I saw last year. I see a lot of guys in the offensive line that I feel okay about. A couple young guys, maybe some new guys you're breaking in, but all in all, it's not terrible. I don't think the cupboard's bare at all in terms of having Hoover run for his life all over. I think Hoover's really freaking good, and I think he's and I like Gio Lopez. I do. We've been a Sunbelt channel here for seems like a couple years now. Josh Hoover is like an actual edge in this game, I think. And you've got some talent at the receiver position. Plus, how many playmakers are coming back on this team, right? Obiazer, Elam's or at the linebacker spot. A couple deals, deal and deal there. The law firm on the defensive line. Plus you got Bud Clark, Canada, Jamel Johnson, guys that have just been playing there for you. Supplement with a couple portal guys here and there. All of a sudden, this TCU team, this roster can actually compete and be a very, very dangerous team in the Big 12. I like TCU in this spot here. I'm going TCU -3, even on the road. It's going to be a mess, I think, in Chapel Hill. On Labor Day, I can imagine the atmosphere and the build up to that game, especially being Monday night. It's going to be just incredible. I cannot wait to watch it, but I'll go TCU -3.
Yeah, it just might take a couple weeks for these transfers for North Carolina, particularly on the defense side of the football, to kind of gel. But the thing is, though, like, what rarely do you see a better mind on the defensive side of the ball than Bill Belichick? You know, it is a very different game than the NFL. Not saying that he can't make that adjustment. I think he definitely can. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna reluctantly go with you here with TCU -3.5. I have a feeling that this is one that we end up kind of looking a little bit silly for, and we're like, oh, Gio Lopez just threw for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns, and ran for 60 yards and another touchdown. How funny is that? And Josh Hoover threw another 3 interceptions, but still threw somehow 400 yards. So, yeah, this is an interesting game that I'm very excited about. This is the Monday game?
Yep.
Let's go, man. Monday Night Football. Here we go.